Here I come to save the day! That voice. Oh dear God, it's the best, isn't it? Of course it is! Ah! So don't be afraid anymore, for the best prosecutor's here today! God, you are a weapons-grade dork. And, of course, she's here too. Good God, are you guys joined at the hip? Pardon the interruption. Mr. Edgeworth, get away from the victim! I'm nowhere near the victim. I am literally the character standing the furthest away from the victim. I have inherited her dying wish. No one asked for you. Did you know the victim? Just as I thought. The goddess of law will surely reveal the truth to us. So please rest in peace. Yeah, after you guys falsely accuse at least 3 people. That's right, Justine. Now that I'm here, everything will be A-okay. The culprit will rue the day he crossed paths with— Ah! Ha-ha! Oh, I'm already happy. Miles Edgeworth, who is this fool of a man? Oh, I am deeply honored to introduce you to the best. Why is she glaring at me? You are Francisca von Karma, am I correct? I apologize for my late introduction. I am Justine Courtney. Fancy bow! And the deceased individual is Attorney Jill Crane, one of the members of the Prosecutorial Investigation Committee. I see. So that's why she had the car. All right. Well, yeah, okay. Yep. That puts some evidence into an interesting place. I take it you're in charge of this case. Yep. That's right. And with me in charge, this case is solved. Did he always have that animation, or is he actually copying Justine now? I don't remember him pulling out his baton like that. Also, good. That reminds me, I haven't caught your name yet. If you just wanted to know my name, you didn't have to whip at me! Yeah, dude! Just state your name. I will not tolerate any unnecessary remarks. Sebastian the best. It seems the pecking order has been decided. Oh, as if there was ever going to be doubt of that. Mr. Sebastian the best. Oh, here, this is from Granny. This is the autopsy report. Ha ha ha! It seems you've been bested, Mr. Edgeworth. How? This wasn't a competition to begin with? My job is done. May we meet again in front of another corpse. That's very morbid, Granny. Okay, let's go home quickly and eat some noodles. I need the noodles. I'll be leaving too. Take care, everyone. Oh, that is definitely not a real Granny. No way. The victim's head wound was post-mortem. Somebody bashed her on the head after she got murdered. That's weird. Sebastian. And the candelabra dealt the fatal blow. Estimated time of death is late last night. Yeah. What is it, Justine? While I do appreciate your enthusiasm, perhaps you shouldn't be giving information to people who want to solve crimes. You should give your tongue a rest. You might pull a muscle. Is the tongue itself a muscle, or does it have muscles in it? I'm gonna have to look into that. That would be painful indeed. Yes, but I feel like Sebastian getting a tongue cramp would be pretty freaking hilarious. Anyways, it's quite clear now. Kay Faraday must be arrested. What? What's the big idea, pal? It's just as he says, Detective. The culprit is Miss Kay Faraday. Yeah, because you two have such an absolutely sterling track record when it comes to accusing people. The young lady in bandages over there, although she's not wearing her usual attire. Are you not Miss Kay Faraday? No, I'm Molly Remarks. Let's go with that. And what would you do if she is Kay? If you're going to arrest her, then I will resist by any means necessary. That, I guarantee you. Don't tempt him, he will! He'll defend the hell out of her! I am now convinced, if you're vouching for her, she must be a murderer. The doubts surrounding your suitability as a prosecutor were indeed warranted. What with all of this protecting people? Why are you such a goody-goody? Don't you know prosecutors are meant to be evil? It's fine, Mr. Edgeworth. You can go. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. What are you saying, Kay? You can't just go along with them, pal. But I don't remember anything. What if I really did kill that woman and then forgot about it? If that's true. Acknowledgement is the goddess's mercy. Atonement is her will. That's a very convenient way, yeah. Accuse somebody who is literally physically incapable of being able to ascertain whether or not she actually was capable of it or not. That's classy. Mad classy. Thanks for that. The goddess of law will surely praise you for your prudence. Sebastian, and Judge Courtney, if you believe she is the culprit, on what basis do you make your accusations? Unless I'm completely convinced by your explanation, I will not obey your orders. Fine, have it your way. We'll go to Burger King. Now sit tight and listen to the perfect reasoning of the best. Oh, this is going to blow. I am the best in the world. No one can do what I do, except for the very large assortment of people who do. What kind of statement even is that? Yes, that's why I was the first to realize that Kay Faraday is the culprit. She broke into the meeting room in order to steal something. In other words, she's the only one who could have killed Miss Crane. His logic's as awful as ever, sir. Harsh words, coming from you, detective. And yet he speaks with truth and authority. I asked for some basis to your claims, yet your reasoning has told me absolutely nothing. However, we have no evidence to prove she didn't do it either. Yeah, well, give me some time. I'm sure I can figure it out. I mean, I say figure that out. I mean, I already know what I need to exactly do in this particular instance. It's not hard by any stretch. Don't worry, Kay. I'm sure Miss Edgeworth will pull off a miracle. You think my deductions are some kind of miracle work? I mean, in some capacity, they kinda are. A lot of these do kinda get pulled right out of your bum-bum. Let me tell you. You better not disappoint me. Understand, Miles Edgeworth? Yeah. Because if you do, this whip of mine won't stay silent. Hi, Chihuahua. Alright, well, at least this is extraordinarily obvious and simple. Yeah, she broke in with the key card that she does not have. Objection! Friggin' moron. I don't even have to think about that one. It certainly sounds like you are quite familiar with this room. The best man for the job should know all about the best places. Unfortunately, it seems that you are not the best man for the job. In fact, I wouldn't even rank you as top 50, and I haven't even met 50 prosecutors in this franchise. Are you bugging me? Yes, I am. That's for you to decide. You didn't even know about this key card, did you? Of course I know about that. You needed to enter this room. Was it really needed? This foolish fool simply doesn't know when to give up. Sebastian! Do you really suspect Kay? That's right. She's the only one who could have done it. Well then, allow me to ask you. Since this room can only be entered by using a key card, how did she enter the room without one? Well, she probably used this and that. Oh. Oh? Did you pull a muscle? Allow me to explain then. The door can only be opened by members of the PIC, which means I'm going to interrupt because you're making too much progress. Yes, that's correct. Huh? She conceded so easily. Yeah, that usually means she's got some bullcrap. Take a look at this. It's a record of this room that I investigated just a while ago. I see. At 12:52 a.m., the door was opened using Miss Crane's key card. That's an incredibly weird time to be coming into this room, is it not? Also, why is there another one and it doesn't even have a username attached to it? Is that not at all suspicious? Sure seems like it might be. It's probable that the killer entered the room together with the victim, Miss Crane. After entering, the situation must have soured, leading to the murder. Your logic holds, but it is still merely conjecture. And it would imply that the killer and the victim were acquainted. Maybe don't try to pull that card, Edgeworth. I'm just saying we kind of... I can prove that they're connected. No way, pal. Kay doesn't even know the victim. That is merely an assumption on your part, unless you have any evidence to prove your claim. Evidence is everything in court and at the crime scene. Without it, your argument is invalid. In that case, I trust that you have evidence to prove that Kay Faraday and the victim were connected? Of course. How do you have evidence? I thought I was the one with evidence of that. What? This letter was discovered by Dr. Young in Miss Crane's breast pocket. What? The victim's belongings? Why did she withhold such vital evidence until now? Could it be she was waiting for the perfect time to reveal it? Like a jerk? Come to think of it. And the candelabra dealt the fatal blow. Estimated time of death is late last night. Yeah, and then she stopped him before he could say more. What is it, Justine? Yeah, well, I do appreciate your enthusiasm. Perhaps you should give your tongue a rest. Yeah. You might pull a muscle. Yes, thank you. This flashback was very necessary. It definitely wasn't 10 minutes ago. I'll read it for you. To Miss Crane, thank you so much for helping with my plan. I'm glad that we can help each other get what we want. It's like killing two birds with one stone. Please get revenge for 12 years ago. Kay. In other words, Kay Faraday and Miss Crane were accomplices. They probably planned to steal something from this room. Preposterous! Wait, that means the main culprit is... It's still Kay Faraday, of course. It just means her crimes have increased by yet one more. Okay, but I already kind of see a massive problem with what you're saying, if I'm being honest. I'm the main culprit? Don't believe her, Kay. She's known for being kind of bad at her job, honestly. It's all a bunch of nonsense. There's no way Kay would do something like that. She is a good girl. Nonsense? Not at all. The evidence speaks for itself. Wouldn't you agree? I knew that they wouldn't suspect Kay unless they had some sort of proof, but I don't think they would actually have such decisive evidence. It could be a forgery, come on! I mean, it's probably not, but I'm just saying. Nicely done, Justine. Thank you very much. Why do we hang out so much? I'm still very confused by that. Your explanation is still insufficient. I cannot accept such an argument. Sebastian, would you please leave this to me? All right, make sure you shut Mr. Edgeworth up once and for all. I can't allow their allegations to gain any more momentum. I must turn it around here. All right. Fine. What say thee? The relationship between Kay Faraday and Miss Crane is as documented in the letter. She roped Miss Crane into assisting her with her plan. However, for some reason, their partnership broke down. Miss Crane was murdered, but with her dying breath, she managed to retaliate. Her parting gift is this letter, which she tucked safely away in her left breast pocket. The same pocket that got stabbed? Because it looks kinda, not stabbed. The testimony's even better than ever. Maybe the most perfect it's ever been, sir. Really? Honestly, I think this might be the easiest one to get through out of all of them so far. You gonna be all right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, of course. I feel like that's meant to be read with him, speaking with trepidation in his voice. But I like to think it's like, yeah, duh. Come on, this one's easy. How unsightly, Miles Edgeworth. Save your stoic act for some other time. Miss Montcalm, just whose side are you on? I'm on nobody's side, Scruffy. When searching for the truth, it's best not to take sides. I mean, she can say that all she wants. We know the truth. Watch what you say, Miss Montcalm, or else Mr. the Best is gonna... Best, you say? Well, I can tell you that side I'm on is Oliver! How irritating. Well, I suppose that's one thing we can agree on. The Best sucks. Everybody hates the Best. Alright then, anyway, this is some easy peasy stuff. Alright, yep, in the breast pocket. Yeah, except, here's the problem. She kinda got, she kinda got stabbed in her left breast. So, smug. The victim held on to the truth until her dying breath. A truly touching story indeed. The voices of the dead are soft. One must listen carefully to hear their dying wishes. You ain't no spirit medium. You shut your face. And Miss Crane has spoken. Kay Faraday is the culprit. Perhaps the voices you have been hearing are actually the whispers of the devil. Hey, don't make fun of Justine! She literally does my job for me! Let's listen to the voice of reason, Judge Courtney. Please take a look at the autopsy report. There is no need. I remember it perfectly. The victim was stabbed in the left breast. No! It can't be. Oh, yes, it is. It's really rather weird that you would make a mistake this like, absolutely blisteringly obvious. My goodness. The letter was found in the victim's left breast pocket. And that's where the victim was stabbed with the candelabra, right, sir? Precisely. It wouldn't have been possible to stab her there without piercing the letter as well. Well, damn, that's a good point. So that begs the question. Why was the letter found in the victim's pocket? It's simple. It was placed there after the victim was murdered to throw suspicion onto Kay. Somebody intentionally wanted to create this very situation. In other words, there exists the possibility that the letter was forged by the true culprit, and I also just realized that while I give Edgeworth a British accent, I didn't give one to Gregory, and that's a little weird! No! It's true! I'm very inconsistent! The real murderer tried to pin the crime on Kay. That is the only explanation for the letter. And in doing so, the murderer ended up digging their own grave, right, sir? What are you objecting to? The culprit is Kay Faraday. The letter was... yeah, it was actually found in the victim's other pocket. What are you saying, pal? The officer's report was wrong when he said the letter was in her left pocket. It's actually in the... Ow! Ah! Wow, I've never seen someone actually assist in their own combo. Damn. That was hilarious. A foolish fool who continues to make a fool of himself. Is there no cure for your foolishness? Nope. Why do you keep whipping me? And quit calling me a fool! Ah! I saved you the trouble of punishing him yourself. Indeed. Though I had no intention of punishing him. Although punching him in the face does sound like a pretty fun time. The letter is stained with blood, no doubt because it was found in the left breast pocket. There couldn't have been an error in the officer's report, unless you were the investigator. Pah! Say something, Justine! Dang, I can't. That's actually a solid point. We might be stupid. I see you have no objections. Then allow me to continue. There is one more potential suspect in this case. Don't be ridiculous! The killer entered this very room! There wasn't anyone else who did that besides Kay Faraday and the victim! I'm glad that this is already being brought up, at least. To enter the meeting room, one needs a key card. And their reasoning assumes that the murderer and the victim enter the room together. This is what we overlooked. If we just discard that assumption, then... this evidence reveals the other suspect besides Kay. It should be... hang on... this? Yeah, there we go! Take that. How about the mystery person who doesn't seem to have an ID? This is the key card record Judge Courtney handed me earlier. The victim's key card was used at 12:52 a.m. And there was one more person who also used a key card. We have no idea who, but, you know... So you're saying this person was waiting to ambush the victim inside the meeting room? The key card was used at 10:15 p.m. I wouldn't say it's impossible. It wouldn't have been that long a wait. No, it's impossible. And what makes you say that, pal? You got any proof? Of course I do. I myself am that proof. Oh, so you're the one who used it. All right, well, we're just going to be putting you under arrest, Gumshoe. If you could tackle her to the ground, that would be super duper swell. I was the one who used that key card, after all. Okay, so are we just gonna not bring up the fact that it's kind of weird that your name doesn't show up on the record? Do you get special rights? Want to explain that mess? Anyway, Gumshoe, tackle her! Is there something strange about a PIC member entering the PIC meeting room? At 10 at night, kinda. That proves nothing. The fact that you were in here at all makes you a suspect. Or do you perhaps have any evidence that you didn't kill your colleague? Such nonsense. What would I gain by murdering her? That's really not what we're trying to figure out. Allow me to reiterate what you said earlier. I'm sure it will all become clear upon further investigation. Why would I, a faithful servant of the law, commit a crime? So, does anybody want to bring up Damon Gant, or should I do it? Or, you know, Godot, Callista Yu, like, Manfred von Karma. Since when does working for the law mean you don't commit crimes? That's asinine. True enough. I entered this room. However, that alone is not reason enough to suspect me of a crime. It's significantly more of a reason to suspect you over Kay. If that's the case, please tell me why you entered this room. I had some business to take care of, and some preparations had to be made. Preparations? That sounds pretty suspicious, pal. I'ma tackle ya! Unfortunately, I cannot disclose what these preparations were. However, I'm sure you could hazard a guess, Prosecutor Edgeworth. So she was preparing for my hearing. She must have gathered all the necessary materials to take away my prosecutor's badge. Wonderful, wonderful. It's good to see young people go head-to-head so ruthlessly. Who is that? Hello? What? Oh. Hi there. Huh. That's a moderately decent beard you have. That takes me back. When I was young, I'd always butt heads with this brash detective. And then one day, he just disappeared. I hope he's still doing well. What are you doing? Here comes the waterworks. Ew, you're wringing out your beard? Chairman DeBess. Okay, so, Sebastian clearly got where he is through nepotism. Good to know. Glad we've gotten that fully established. Did she just say DeBest? Hello, Courtney. You sure are full of energy today. And if it isn't little Von Karma, look how much you've grown since I last saw you. Sir, it has been quite a while. Curtsy. You don't have to treat me like some sort of stranger, you know? Remember back in the old days when you'd sit on my lap and call me Unky Poop? What? That doesn't sound like Francisca at all. Here I go again. Oh, how I cried back then. I can't help but notice that Francisca didn't rebuke that. That's interesting. Pops, what are you doing here? A member of the PIC was killed, and I heard that you were in charge of the case. What kind of prosecutor is followed around by his own father? I don't know, what kind of prosecutor is constantly followed around and babysit by a judge? Everything about them is weird. Hold your tongue! Do you have any idea who this man is? Obviously not. Chairman of the PIC, former chief prosecutor. He's the right hand of the goddess of law. Now, Courtney. I'm just an old chunk of coal. There's no reason to speak so highly of me. Do you have water in your goggles? Please excuse my subordinate's behavior. I am Prosecutor Edgeworth, isn't it? Along with his trusty sidekick, Dick Gumshoe. Okay, well, yep, that's the answer. That's the answer to that. I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce that. What is that? Blaze? Blase? Blazy? Okay, hang on. Let's see if our good friend Google can tell me exactly how to pronounce this. All right, it's a French name. All right, that's interesting. But how about pronunciation?
Blaze.
Oh, it's apparently Blaze. All right. Okay, then, there we go. I'm Blaze the Best. I'm the proud father of that idiot over there. Oh, so you're aware that he's an idiot. That's good to know. When that boy was born, me and the missus were happy as can be, you see. Until we were made aware of his condition, his intense and absolutely unfathomable stupidity. But now, I don't even know where she's going to. Sob. Pops, you need a handkerchief? Ah, yes. Sebastian is an idiot, but he's such a good boy, you know? Quite the doting father and son. Yeah, I can already tell how this all went down. My goodness. Now then, Courtney, how's the investigation going? Sir, I must say, it's personally going rather terribly for me. Everything that I've said has been proven to be completely inaccurate, and I am rather incompetent. We've established that the culprit is Kay Faraday. We are currently focusing our efforts. No, we're not. There are too many uncertainties in this case. It's impossible to determine that she's the culprit. Also, you're literally just as suspicious, so shut up. Surely you haven't forgotten the matter of the letter. Yeah, maybe you've forgotten that we don't care. I already told you. It was just a simple mistake. The fucking pain in my ass. You talk too much. Now, let's all play nice. Everyone just calm down. I'm sorry that you had to witness such an unsightly scene, Mr. Chairman. My incompetence truly knows no bounds. Don't apologize, Courtney. I can follow everyone's logic. Except Sebastian's, that is. Hey! Oops! Chairman DeBest, I am a prosecutor. My duty is to bring criminals to justice. However, I won't make someone out to be a criminal without sufficient motive and evidence. Wow, you must be a pretty terrible prosecutor then. Huh. I've heard about you and your relationship with the suspect, you know. There's such a strong bond. That was just my way of saying that the prosecutors are generally kind of corrupt in this game series. Anyway, Kay has assisted the police in arresting criminals countless times, pal. And by countless, I mean more like 6-ish. There are too many facets of this case that remain unexplored. I see. The bonds of youth are a wonderful thing indeed. But that is that, and this is this, you know? Why are you playing with a lighter? What's that supposed to mean? I believe it means he does not care. The prosecutor's office needs to resolve this case as quickly as possible. I mean, just think of all the other cases that are piling up. There's no time to waste here. I mean, could you imagine us actually putting any modicum of effort into our work? Perish the thought. It's unfortunate, but, you understand, right, Edgeworth? What? Now then, Kay Faraday. I'd like to arrest you now. Okay. No! They won't let you! Kay's innocent, pal! To defy Chairman DeBest is to defy the law. It would be a grave act of disloyalty. In other words, a hearing won't be needed. Are you prepared to lose your prosecutor's badge? That's... Mr. Edgeworth's badge. You can't do that! Using a prosecutor's badge as a shield? What does the PIC come to? Francisca, learning firsthand just how absolutely corrupt and bonkers this place has become. Kay, you haven't done anything wrong. Mr. Edgeworth, it was only for a short time, but thank you for everything. I'm sorry I turned out to be a criminal. Not letting this happen. We'll make sure to impart your confession to the goddess of law. What should I do? When I was young, I wanted to become a defense attorney like my father. Someone who can fight to save those in need. And right now, this badge is holding me back. A mere badge for the life of a dear friend. I don't even have to consider it. All right. Farewell, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hold it!
Oh my god. Hold it right there, Judge Courtney. What is it now, Prosecutor Edgeworth?
Damn!
This is your prosecutor's badge. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what is the meaning of this? Consider this my resignation. I am no longer a prosecutor. Oh my god, that was badass. Oh, he cares about Kay so much. Mr. Edgeworth? What are you doing? Explain yourself, Miles Edgeworth. You can't be serious. Mr. Edgeworth, you're joking, right? If you aren't the prosecutor, then my only mission is to bring the truth to light. If it's the prosecutor's path to turn a blind eye to the truth, then that title is worth nothing to me.
Damn,
That is so cool! I will walk the path that I believe in. I will not be stopped here! Damn, Edgeworth is a good character.
Objection!
You're running away from Von Karma? From me? No matter what you say, I don't intend to go back on my decision. So, you're leaving me behind again! I'll never forgive you for this! No, this is all my fault. I'm sorry. If only I weren't here. Wait! Kay! Detective Gumshoe? Don't follow me! But Mr. Edgeworth, boss! I'm not your boss anymore, Detective. That's just too much, sir. It's always been you and me. We've always been a team. Detective Gumshoe, you no longer need to follow my lead. You should try to accomplish whatever you can on your end. Wow. This is bad. We just let a dangerous criminal escape. How can I let her get away? And after all my hard work of just trying to be as lazy as possible. You see. Rest assured, Mr. Chairman, this area will be locked down immediately. Sigh. Good. I expect the best from you, Courtney. Huh? Whew. Whew, boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. I am fanning myself from this. Oh my god. All right, no. We just gotta keep on going. I can't leave you guys hanging like that. We need at least a little bit more. Holy crap, Edgeworth. Kay! She's not here either. Where in the world could she have gone? Ray? Knock, knock, I'm here. Mr. Shields? What's going on, Miles? Why the long face? Well, an incredibly close friend of mine is being charged with murder. She was attempted to be murdered herself. She has lost all of her memories. I resigned from my job. I no longer have the backing of one of my closest allies and friends. My stepsister seems to have quasi disowned me. I'm going to be honest with you, Ray. I'm having a bit of a day. Take it from Uncle Ray. You won't be popular with the ladies looking like that. Why are you here? Did something happen? That's my line. Have you seen the news about the murder at the PIC headquarters? Your hearing, wasn't that there today? I found myself wondering if you guys had somehow got caught up in it. Wait, it's already made the news? I hear they're searching for a teenage girl suspected of killing an attorney. I can't imagine it could have been her, but it has been bothering me. Could you give me the full rundown? The truth is, one harrowing explanation later. What? Miles, are you trying to give your Uncle Ray a heart attack? I'm not joking. She really did lose her memory. On top of that, she's a suspect? That makes things even more difficult. Where would she have run off to? She lost her memory, right? I was hoping she would return here, but not likely. She felt responsible for what happened to you, right? Well, there's no way she would have come back here. I know that! But where else can I look? Calm down, Miles. This isn't like you. It's rare to see you get so heated up. Well, not that it's a bad thing. If you're trying this hard to save an innocent suspect from false charges, I'm sure you'd make a great defense attorney. Ray, I'm not arguing against that point, but what I am saying is it's not really the time for that. Actually, just a while ago, I turned in my badge. But that doesn't mean I've decided to become a defense attorney. Besides, I could become a detective, or just a vigilante. I could wear a luchador mask, don't tell me I couldn't. Besides, Kate isn't just a mere suspect. I may have only known her for a short time. We've been through quite a lot together. We're very close, we are good pals! And I know she isn't capable of murder. I'm surprised. I never thought you'd get so far to go so far to support someone else. Yeah, well, that's what character development gets you, people. I don't know if you even realize it yourself, but it seems a deep bond has already begun to grow between you and Kay. I'd say it even gives my bond with your father a run for its money. No, it's not that deep. I don't know. This is looking like a particular trench I've heard of. I think you have a very deep connection with Kay at this point. She just keeps barging into my state of affairs. That actually kind of reminds me of a relationship I know of. Aw, that's actually cute. Yeah, that girl can be quite a handful. But I'm certain that something has changed inside you since you met her. I'm really jealous, you know? After all, I lost my old partner. That's why you need to find Kay right now. I don't want you to lose your bond like your Uncle Ray did. Well then, I have a proposal. We have no idea where she is, and searching around blindly won't get us anywhere. In that case, why don't we try searching for the cause of her memory loss? Maybe that could give us a lead. Let's see. That might be a good idea. From what she told me, something must have happened to her at the Grand Tower. Great, that's it. Let's get going then. Hey, at the very least, could you stop looking so grim? Ray, have you not paid any attention to any of the things I've told you? I have a lot of reasons to be a bit dour. If you stay that way, Kay probably won't want to come back at all. Good grief. I'm no match for this man. Oh. Alright, guess it's nighttime now. Looks nice. Seems it's already dark. Still open on the day of a murder. You gotta admire their capital spirit. Damn. There's no one here. Looks like we've got the place all to ourselves. Because apparently, Ray lacked peripheral vision and can't see the granny over there. Apparently. To prove Kay's innocence, I'll need to investigate her lost memories. Hey, let's go, Miles. We can investigate the roof as much as we want, so let's do what we can. Yes, yes. Hi. Do what we can, huh? I suppose that's all we can do for now. The investigation has begun! Let's look at some things! Alright, well, first things first. It's a statue of a creature with the body of a lion and the beak and wings of a bird. It's called a griffin, Edgeworth. These statues seem to be guarding the entrance to the peaceful park. It's an immaculate work down to the last detail, but since it looks so fearsome, wouldn't it frighten away the visitors to the park? I mean, they're just statues. I can't imagine that would really work that way. It's a statue of a pony, sparkling in the twilight. I get it. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's subtle as a brick to the face is what that is. The statue has wings. Perhaps it's Pegasus, the flying horse of myth. No, I'm pretty sure it's an alicorn. Well, actually, now that I think about it, were alicorns invented by My Little Pony? I don't actually know. To be fair, I've never heard of the term before then. Huh, interesting. No, there's a horn on its head. Could it be the legendary unicorn? But I thought unicorns didn't have wings. What's this? There's a plaque at the bottom. The title of this work is written on the plaque. A Magical Contradiction. I suppose the only part of this work I was able to understand was the contradiction part. Yeah, well, I wouldn't expect you to know much about the way of the pony. Regardless of that fact, nice reference, translator people. I see what you did there. It's a cherry tree with branches spread wide. The flowers are nearly in full bloom. According to Kay's testimony, before she was pushed, she was standing under the cherry tree. Handy. Thank you kindly. Interesting. How about this? Like a hatch or something? Oh, nope. All right, hang on. We're just looking at the cherry tree again. That was not my goal. I wanted to instead look at this, if it's all the same. The person in the red raincoat who pushed Kay off the tower. She said they came towards her from the direction of the stand. From that, we can deduce Kay was pushed over the railing on this side. I suppose that would make a lot of sense. The railing is about as high as my chest. It's unlikely that someone could fall from here accidentally. Especially someone, considerably shorter. I want to say the railing probably goes up to Kay's neck. I don't see any particular problems with this railing. Alright, but information is information, and you always love to have it. How do you think Kay lost her memories? Was there something she wanted to forget? Well, I was under the assumption she hit her head. Miles, did you say something horrible to her? Of course not! I would never say anything that cruel to someone. Well, I might have said some unkind things to Detective Gumshoe in the past, but I've gotten better! I see. Well, I feel bad for the big guy. You should. He gets paid absolutely nothing and is verbally and physically abused on the daily. That being said, okay, yep, I guess you're here too. The evidence to support the idea that this is not a real person continues. Miles Edgeworth, so we meet again. What are you two doing here? Well, we came all this way, so I thought we'd buy some cotton candy. Yeah, but it's been hours. What about you? You want folks to get the wrong idea about you? Do not worry, I'll decide my own actions. You're just a no-good ex-prosecutor. It's no wonder you got the axe. Sheesh, what? You got fired? You needn't be concerned with what happens to me. Are you sure? Oh yeah, what happened to Kay? Working on that one. Was there some sort of trouble between you two? Maybe it's none of your damn business? Anything I can do to help? How about an injection? It's fine. Our injections are answer to everything. Oh, right. It's getting cold, isn't it? Let's go home. Well then, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, let's meet again soon. I mean, I'd kind of rather not. You're both very, very weird. All right, well, how about this here television? This TV seems to be used for showing advertisements for the companies at the Grand Tower. Right now, it's just showing regular television programs, though. Edgeworth is now watching TV. Wait! What am I watching this for? The Steel Samurai doesn't air today! No, it's not even on in syndication, apparently. My goodness. Anyway, oh. The perspective, hang on. There's like a little bit of shrinking and bigoting there. Point of view, you just told a lie. Edgeworth, running at the speed of sound to make sure the truth gets shown. Ah, you love it. You, sir, how about some heavenly cotton candy? Heaven's Tear. Heaven's Tear. Did they name them after the shape of the clouds you can see from here? We tear a regular piece of cotton candy in half and then sell it without changing the price. That's why the name is Heaven's Tear. We tear the costs in half while crying tears of joy. If the customers knew that, they would be crying tears of sorrow. That's a terrible business model, what the hell? Alright, how about these binoculars? If you insert a coin, you can use these binoculars to get a nice view of the city. I'm sure if Kay were feeling better, she'd be happily glued to them. For her sake, I must thoroughly examine every nook and cranny of this viewing platform. Okay, but I thought I did already. Ah! Kay! You were hiding in a cherry tree? Ow, my buttock. Kay. Don't mind me. I was just admiring the view beneath the tree. Did you just fall out of that tree? I didn't mean to fall. My foot slipped. Well, you are currently wearing what I can only imagine to be like hospital slippers or sandals. You're a suspect, and yet you remained at the crime scene. That's not a smart thing to do. Even if you have memory loss, shouldn't you have realized this much? This whole time while you were playing the silly game of hide and seek, I've been worried sick about you. Are you angry with me? Of course I am. He was worried. It's from a place of love. The platonic kind. Answer me. What were you doing here? Did you think I'd let you off the hook that easily just because you have memory loss? That's not it. I came here because I thought I could get your badge back. What? If I don't regain my memories, you'll never get it back. I thought if I went back to where I lost my memories, maybe I would remember. If I could just remember killing her. Okay. You're still the same as you were before you lost your memories. Your thoughts and actions have always exceeded my expectations. Without a doubt, you are the Kay Faraday I know so well. However, I cannot approve of your recklessness. I understand. Bray, cut! You get 0 style points, Miles. More like negative points. Here's how it's done. Okay, how about a hug? Oh, okay. Oh! Well then. Mr. Shields! It was just a joke, honest. What? Somebody got a text message? What? We interrupt this program with breaking news about the Grand Tower murder case. Also, just gonna throw this out here, mildly annoyed with Ray right now, because that was actually a really touching and lovely scene, and he just kind of shoved his head into it. That was rude. The police believe the culprit is a teenage girl who was present at the crime scene. She remains at large as the police continue to search for her whereabouts. And apparently, they haven't done a very good job because, wow, they didn't even bother to look at a tree up here. Didn't comb the damn building. Come on now. Oh dear. This is getting pretty serious. Well, gang, what's the plan? Split up and look for clues? We don't have much time. Indeed. It's only a matter of time before they find us here. So then, why don't you tag along with us for a while, okay? But we'll just cause trouble for you again. It pains me to say this, but I've got nothing left to lose at this point. Well, I mean, that's not true. I mean, if the police think that Kay is the murderer, couldn't they just arrest you for aiding and helping a criminal from their perspective? I'm pretty sure being arrested is still something that you could have happen to you, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? That settles it. We're all in this together now. Miles, you're in charge of proving Kay's innocence. Failure is not an option. As for me, I'm in charge of lighthearted quips to lighten the mood. Yes, I understand. Kay, I want you to help Miles with his investigation as much as you can. Yes, I'll do my best. Let's be quick about it, before the cops find us here. Unlike some people, Uncle Ray still has a lot to lose. Charming of you, ain't it? Sheesh. If I lose the law office, I'll never be able to face Gregory. I'm gonna saunter over here and pretend I don't know you. This man, I'm glad he's on our side. All right, well, first things first, Kay. You mind telling me anything you might have? Yes? Can I help you with something? Any memories? I came back here because I thought I might remember something. Could you again go over what you told me before? Well, it was raining, so I stood under the cherry tree to take shelter. And then a person in a red raincoat appeared. That person pushed me and I fell. Could you tell me anything about the person in the raincoat? I'm sorry. I don't remember that much. No, wait. As the person approached me, I saw the moon just over their shoulder. The moon? Yes, that's right. It's just a faint memory, but I think the moon was in the exact same spot it is now. Okay. You realize that's not possible, right? It was floating just above the cherry tree. She could see the moon behind the figure in the raincoat? I don't think that makes any sense. This is a new piece of testimony. I'll be sure to keep it in mind. Interesting. Okay. Mr. Edgeworth, for a while now, I feel like I'm on the verge of remembering something. What? Is that true? Well, then please speak freely. Say whatever comes to your mind. Okay. I remember a faint scent. It was a wonderful smell coming from the counter of a food stall. I followed the fragrance only to find a perfectly sculpted burger resting on 2 golden buns. The tender, juicy patty made my taste buds sing with joy. Yes, I can remember what I thought at that moment. I want seconds! I don't think this memory has anything to do with the case. Although it is a very good sign that she'd be very good friends with Maya. That's nice, at least. You called yourself the great thief Yadagarasu. You prided yourself on being a noble thief who steals the truth. Do you remember anything about that? Well, maybe I was called a noble thief because I won the Nobel Prize. That's Nobel, not noble. and they don't give prizes for thievery. Although it would make an excellent sting operation. We hereby give you the prize in thievery. Please come up to the stage. Why, thank you. I'm glad to finally be recognized for my actions. Handcuffed. Ah, dang. Should have saw that coming. All right. Interesting. You mind if I logic for just but a moment and a half here? I'm pretty sure saw the moon behind the person in the raincoats in the same spot. Yeah, no. Correct me if I am in fact a big pile of stupid, but if I recall case testimony, a person in a raincoat approached her from behind the candy stand. The Candyman can. Murder, apparently. Then this person supposedly pushed Kay over the railing opposing the stand. Moreover, Kay said she saw the moon over the person's shoulder. However, earlier I confirmed that the moon is floating in the opposite direction. And on the night Kay lost her memories, it seems the moon was in the exact same spot. Therefore, the positions of the moon and the person in the raincoat don't match up. Her memories have probably become confused. After all, had she actually been pushed over the railing, she couldn't have survived the fall. Perhaps I should question Kay's memory of where she fell. Oh, okay, hang on. I think I can double up on the logic on that one. Hold on just a moment. Let's connect some dots. Huzzah! Not bad. Kay was not pushed over the railing on this side. After all, if you fell from here, you wouldn't even be alive in the first place. But I'm certain I was standing under the cherry tree. If I fell, then the only place I could have fallen was over the railing. Well, maybe the ground just opened up from under you and swallowed you up. The ground here can open up? How? No, it was just a joke, Kay. Please don't take it so seriously. She's kind of in a strange mental place right now. I don't feel like you should be making jokes like that. No, strange as it may sound, that may actually be the truth. Even if it's only a small chance, it matters not. Let's try searching the area around the tree. Alrighty, sure. Oh, can I actually look at this thing here? That looks like it might be a hatch or something. Kay could not have fallen over the railing. There must be something around here that proves it. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious grate and or awning. Let's go. Looks like a maintenance hatch. Okay, maybe you fell down here. That makes sense to me. Nah, just kidding. There's no way something like that could happen. Why not? I'm sorry. I just can't remember if... No, that was just a joke. No need to take it seriously. Would you stop doing that? Right. So when should I take you seriously then? When indeed. Well, if you jumped into Uncle Ray's arms, would you stop with that mess? Come on, Miles. It was just a joke. A joke, you know? Oh, I get it. No one ever takes you seriously. Ow. That stung a bit. Yeah, well, you're more than welcome to prove her wrong. Okay. Interesting. I don't see anything else there. But I only have one logic piece, so I need more logic. Where can I find more logic? Oh, I have an idea. Hang on. Is there something new in the TV? Yeah! We're seeing live footage from the 50th floor. The investigation will continue through the night. The 50th floor? Isn't that the meeting room of the PIC headquarters? That's right. We can see the shadows of the investigators and behind those blinds. Oh? Uh-oh. Looks like making a clean getaway just got that much harder. It seems we have no choice but to cleverly evade the eyes of the media. Maybe Uncle Ray should have become a spy instead of an attorney. If worst comes to worst, I may have to use Mr. Shields as a decoy. His sacrifice will be a noble one, and we'll all look back on him fondly for it. Miles, just now you were thinking of something terrible, weren't you? Maybe. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Well, as a matter of fact, I think I noticed something here. If the lit-up floor is the 50th floor... why is there another floor? Yeah, we're seeing live footage from the 50th floor. Oh, okay. From the blinds, looks like they're still investigating the meeting room. As the reporter said, you can see the investigator shadows moving around. Oh, hey, here we go. Oh. There is a huge contradiction in this image. I should present that piece of evidence. Okay, hang on. Deducing. I am deducing. I got this thing here. Eureka! Do you know how many floors this building has? Of course, 50 floors, right? Just above the place where the PCI conducts their practically illegal cover-ups. Hey, Ray gets it. Couples are wishing for love. Kind of ironic, don't you think? So, what's this dark area above the 50th floor? Maybe it's the Tunnel of Love. Those are always dark, eh? Ray, why are you so extra weird? The viewing platform we're on now should be directly above the PIC meeting room. However, the late-night investigation is taking place 2 floors below us. This is a clear contradiction! Was there a mistake in the pamphlet? No, rather, it's more natural to assume this building has a hidden 51st floor, and now we know where Kay may have ended up. That makes sense to me. I see. So that's where the Tunnel of Love is. Aw. She's so pure and gullible. It's breaking Uncle Ray's heart. Yeah, so stop messing with her brain, you dingus. Then why don't you take this opportunity to be more serious for once? You just don't get it, Miles. I joke around to make things easier for you. On the contrary, his painful jokes only make things harder for me. Absolute bupkis this bupkis do be, let me tell you, mon ami. Oi. Anyway, I fell down the hatch, floor 51. Stands to reason for me. Let's connect some dots. An extra floor between the 50th floor and the viewing platform. Why didn't anyone notice it? Normally you'd notice it. I mean, how can you hide an entire floor? That is where the problem lies. No one noticed something that should have been easily noticeable. I tried to guess the word that was coming and I was wrong. In other words, it must be impossible to access the 51st floor through normal means. I see. Maybe there's a secret portal or something. Kay, now's not the time to be thinking with Okay, game! Translators! I'm just throwing this out here. That's like, what? The 9th reference or meme I've run across in this case alone? Come on, you can dial it back now. Up to this point, I would have thought that this was completely official, but a few of these are a little too on the dang nose. Come on. I'd like you to recall the hatch at the base of the cherry tree. Isn't it normal to assume there's a room on the other side of the maintenance hatch? Uncle Ray likes where you're going with this. Let's hurry and check it out. It's not even locked? There we go. Now let's see. This is. Looks like there's a lot of stuff down there. Is this what they call a storeroom? There's no doubt about it. This is where Kay fell down. She fell down, went boom, hit her head, poor gal. Of course. And with this, the mystery is solved. Let's get pizza. No, not yet. We still have the mystery of the person in the red hood who was walking in midair. That's kind of a problem. Now, let's not get greedy, shall we? We found the storeroom, so let's wrap things up here. I suppose you have a point. It does seem to warrant an investigation. This requires an investigation. Investigation is over. Well, if it isn't Miles Edgeworth, now who, what, and where, why, how, and what? It's Emma! 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 What are you doing here? You and your adorable socks. I'm seeing so many happy, familiar faces in this game. I'm so glad. There was a lot of bad faces, yes, true, but so much good. I heard about the case from Detective Gumshoe. Since I was already in the area, I thought I might as well check out the crime scene. This girl's name is Emma Skye. She's a high school student studying in Europe to become a forensic scientist. She's the younger sister of my former boss and a witness in one of my trials 2 years ago. Detective Gumshoe told me everything over the phone. He sounded really upset. He said you lost your badge at the Grand Tower and Kay became a mummy. Okay, well that's a bit of an exaggeration. The latter, not the former. The former totally happened. Please, calm down. I thought you left for Europe just a few days ago. Don't tell me you've come back already. Yep, and I brought my teacher from abroad too. He needed an interpreter, so I volunteered to help. If your teacher cannot speak English, why aren't you with him right now? He can still communicate with people. Don't underestimate the importance of body language. But doesn't really count as a language. Sign language, now that's a language. Try and learn that mess. You can't. But enough about that. What happened to Kay? Is she all right? My, what a good friend. Isn't this great, Kay? Yeah. Who are you? Are you Mr. Edgeworth's new assistant? Emma, please. Seriously, you're a forensic scientist and you can't tell that that's freaking Kay just because she has a bandage over her eye? What the hell? On the contrary, my dear. Oh, wait, no. Oh, she was talking to Rick. That's my bad, sorry. Sorry, Emma. Didn't mean to make you sound dumb. I'm Ray Shields, head of the Edgeworth Law Offices. Edgeworth Law Offices? Wait, you mean like defense attorneys? Mr. Edgeworth, when did you suddenly become an attorney? No, it's not like that. Now that I think about it, it is a rather complicated working relationship. Don't sweat the details. Let's start with an introductory hug. Why'd you become a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Hey, don't just ignore me. Yeah, please do. Keep ignoring him. Because I don't approve at all. Well, why don't we continue this conversation down below? That's right. The police could arrive any second now. Mr. Edgeworth... I give you credit, and this is the thanks I get, Emma! Forensic scientist! Can't tell the difference between a girl she's met before and the same girl wearing a bandage. Okay. I'll explain later. First, we have to go down the hatch. Okay, guess I'll be joining the defense team. I'll explain about that too. Time to go down the hole! Well then, let's go to the storeroom. Hi, Chihuahua! It's been a damn whirlwind. A whirlwind, I say! Yeah, okay, you know what? I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. We're coming back. There's gonna be more for us to do. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This game, people, I swear.